We live in a world today where everyone wants to become a millionaire because that is what they believe the path to success and happiness is going to be from. I'm here to tell you right now from just my personal experience and my life and just everything I've gone through and endured. To some extent, it is true. And at some points, it is also not. So I want to help you understand that if you are someone that's broke, struggling, out of your wits, you have no idea how to make ends meet, you can definitely become successful. But I want to help you understand that there is more to it than just what you believe it's all about money. And I want to help you understand what I mean by that as we progress into this video. Because like I said, I've been in a space, okay, for those guys that don't know who I am, my name is Palmer Joseph. I've been in the online business space for nearly a decade now. I have grown a business with a business partner and a small team from literally $0 all the way up past 8 figures. If you don't believe me, that's perfectly fine. I'm not here to brag, but if you can check out other videos on this channel to get a better understanding of like how that all came to be, then you do that after. But what I'm going to be focused on today is that helping you understand that if you are someone that's actually struggling, if you are broke, if you're desperate, you can definitely achieve amazing things for yourself by just using the fact that you are in this kind of like bad frame of mind. But also at the same time, this can also go and fuck you up completely because this has happened to me. I have done this with a job prior to a business, and I've also done this in a business. So I want to help you understand, like through my experience, through the reality I've lived in today, and how you can actually progress and utilize this little brokenness that you're currently having right now, and actually utilize that to your advantage to get success and be the fucking stud or the boss bitch that you want to be. So most of the time, chances are, if you watch me, you are a male, and that is going to be probably the majority of you guys, but that is perfectly fine. So what I help you understand that regardless of whatever financial situation you currently are in, you can definitely achieve a good amount of results for yourself. But I want to help spot out and point out the biggest things you got to be aware of if you want to really take that journey into your own hands and to see where the common pitfalls are, because this is something that I want to kind of help you understand as well, because I've been in the space for, like I said, almost a decade. I've seen all the things in the back end because I was part of the back end. And I want to help you see the fact that what you see in front of you, especially in like social media, on YouTube, all that kind of shit, a lot of it, like 99% of it, is completely fucking fake. Completely fucking fake. Like, holy shit. I'm not saying that that is just us or our business, but to some extent, you have to understand who your clients are. And really, depending on what type of business you are in, nobody wants to go online to be like, my life is shit. I mean, some people do, but it's very far and few between. And those people are actually going to be like the ones that actually stand out the most. But I'm here to tell you right now, that's not what I'm saying. I'm here to tell you that if you just have the strength and the endurance to really accept the fact that in order for you to get results in your life, to actually become the man or the woman that you truly want to be, it's going to take a shitload of time. I mean, a shit load of time. I'm not here to tell you that you'll become successful in like a year or like a few months and you'll just be like this mega millionaire, mega billionaire. It's not going to happen. I mean, a lot of people like to portray that, and I'm here to tell you right now, especially if you're in the marketing space, understand that if you are dealing with like B2C, which is like the end consumer, like business to consumer, understand that there's a specific type of marketing language that you got to talk about in order to cater to their wants and little needs to some extent. Because understand that average people, they don't want to hear that it's going to take a lot of time, it's going to take a lot of effort, it's going to take a lot of pain, all that kind of shit. No one wants to hear that. Nobody, especially the average person. They're already going through a lot of pain, especially with the work. Maybe it's with a job that they hate. Maybe it's just at home, whatever the case is, whatever it is. They don't want to hear it's just going to take more time, it's going to take more pain. They don't want that. So you can't say that. It's not going to fly very well. So understand that the reason why social media is all about like all this portrayal of highlights, all these guys showing off their like fancy cars, expensive vacation, all that kind of shit. It's just there to subconsciously kind of make you FOMO, which either way, it does work. But you have to understand it from a marketing perspective. And if you do it through like a business to business, which is B2B, to like actual business owners, people that actually already have a business, they already know, they already gone through all that pain, all that struggle, all that sacrifice to get to where they are. So the marketing message is completely different. Now it's all about it's barely about emotions. It's just like, this is what you want. We'll get you there in X amount of time, blah, 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 blah. It's not going to be like, if you want to be rich or you want to make $1 million by blah, 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 blah. You already know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to go into like super in depth with this, but just understand that the marketing language between the two of them completely different, because you have to understand who you're actually speaking to. And that is why I want to help you understand that in order for you to actually succeed in anything that you truly want in your life, understand that who you are speaking to makes a vast difference in how you actually get to that point in your life as well. Who the fuck is that? Some car just parked in my driveway. Anyways, so if you want to get some results for yourself, time is going to be your best friend. Okay. So I'll give you a real life example taken from our actual business itself. Time, what I mean by that is for us, we had absolutely no support, no mentors, no guidance, had absolutely no fucking clue what we're doing. It took us 8 months to make our very, very first dollar. And I know a lot of people out there are like, oh my God, that takes way too long. Honestly, again, I want to reiterate over the fact that we had no idea what we're doing. We had no help, no mentors, no nothing, just ourselves being ourselves and just relying on the fact that we can both support each other throughout the entire way and to help each other grow, and just believing in the fact that if we just stuck in this together, eventually over time it'll grow. And that's exactly what happens. And if you are the type of person, I mean, you don't have to have a partner. You can do this completely by yourself. Just understand what I mean by that is, instead of, in my situation, there was two of us, you can combine both of those into yourself. And it all really just comes down to the stupid ass word, and I hate saying it, but it really just comes down to just belief in yourself. You can actually get there. And also at the same time, and on that token, is that even though you see so many people on social media saying like, oh, this guy made like $100,000 within a few months, that is true. But those are the outliers. And that doesn't happen that often, unless you're very experienced in business already, which a lot of people that come into business at the very beginning, especially if they're broke and desperate, not in a good place. And if you are not in a good place mentally, you will make up some really shitty mistakes. And that's perfectly fine. That is a part of life. That is part of learning. That is part of success. So at the end of the day, belief in yourself to get to the point where you can actually get there, and allowing the time to progressively get to that point to get you there, will get you so much further than everyone else. Because here's the thing. Even though it took us 8 months to finally get our first dollar, we just kept on putting in a lot of input, a lot of quality work. I'm not saying put in shit work for an extended amount of time, because if you keep on putting crap in, it's like garbage in, garbage out. Always ensure that for a significantly extended amount of time, in our case, in our example, 8 months of just good quality work, eventually we had our very first dollar after 8 months. And it grew to the point where our best months, like back to back, was in year 4, where like honestly, it made like $750,000 every single month in pure profit. So I'm here to tell you that over time, it'll exponentially hockey stick up. But in the very beginning, it's just fucking slow, and eventually it just keeps on going and it just shoots up. And that's kind of what you want. But a lot of people are never even getting to that point where they even get to the point where they even get any results, and they just give up. So for myself, like take my YouTube channel, for example. Smallest shit at this point in recording, okay? And that's perfectly fine. I'm here to just share my knowledge, share my experience, share what I've gone through in the last few years to help people such as myself who want to go down the same route as me, to build like an online education business, selling or teaching other people knowledge and experience that they have in their own mind and turning that into an actual profitable business. It's going to take time. A lot of people are doing the exact same thing, but I know for a fact that if I stick around to this long enough, a lot of people will just fall off. Because a lot of people are not willing to spend the time to actually stick to it and actually get some results out of it. Whereas for myself, I got all the time in the world. I just want to be myself, have absolutely like zero edits to my recording, and just speak from who I authentically am to help you guys understand that what I've learned over the last few years and how you can actually put this into your life will be something that I hope will be of value to you. So that's what I'm doing. But eventually, over time, I know for a fact that I'll just watch a lot of people just fall off the board, quit, and I'll still be here just chugging along like this little tortoise, and everyone's trying to be like the hare, that little stupid ass acronym. Why is so many people parking? Anyways, yeah, a lot of time. Because understand, there's always a cause and effect to everything that we do. So even though a lot of us come from like the work employee mindset where you put in like an X amount of hours, you expect an X amount of dollars, that's completely thrown off the loop when it comes to our business. And I know you're already aware of that, but at the same time, most people cannot fathom or allow themselves to understand that it's going to take a bit of time. And I'm talking about like months, even years, because your very first year is where you're just kind of surviving. And I'm not here to scare you, but I'm here to tell you that if you actually get through that very first year, holy shit, you'll be so much further along than everyone else, because you have already built out so much work. assuming that you have to actually put in the work. You're not just doing nothing for that whole year, thinking that you've actually put the business together. But you spent this entire year putting in consistent effort, consistent work, consistent good work, whereas everyone else that came in thinking that they'll get fast results within like a month or two will never get to that point. Whereas you've already built that foundation, you built that trust, you built that love for your business, and you will slowly start to see results over time. Hey guys, just want to jump in here really quick just to say if you're enjoying the content of this video so far, take a moment to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell because that lets me know I'm doing a good enough job that I'll keep on making this type of content for you guys on a regular basis. And hell, just helps me out a lot. But hey, if you are someone that actually wants to learn how to start, grow, and scale your own online education business to 6, 7, hopefully even 8 figures like I have over the last few years, as you can see in the background over there, we have been verified and confirmed to have actually generated over 8 figures in sales as well. I want to help you out. All you got to do is go into the link in the description down below. Click that link. I'm running a very, very limited time offer for very cheap for an entire program. All my systems, all my templates, all my processes, everything that you need to get results as soon as possible in your own online business. This is exactly what I've used over the last few years that has helped myself and my clients get results as soon as possible. If that is you. I want to see you guys inside. Click that link below. Love to see you. Love to help you out. Other than that, let's get straight back to the video. And I'm here to tell you right now, after a few years, oh my God, you will laugh at how little pain or effort it is to actually make more money. And that is something I really want each and every single one of you guys to actually understand. And at the same time, you will start to realize, and what I want each and every single one of you guys to actually see for yourself is that even though you have a lot of money in your life, it's not really going to get you to the point where you're like, holy shit, this is amazing. Sure, it relieves a lot of stress, it relieves a lot of pain, it relieves a lot of anxiety, but it doesn't really make you whole. And this is coming from someone that's actually gone through this right now. Because like I had this whole belief growing up that I want to have like a massive house. And I do. This is a really nice, beautiful house. It is more than excessive because I have a family of 4. It's my wife and my twin boys. I'm here to tell you right now that you don't need a big fucking house. You don't. It's not going to make you happier. It's just more work at the end of the day. It's more cleaning. And I kind of miss being in like a smaller house to some extent. I do like the space. I do like the status, the little belief that people will look at and be like, oh my God, you have like a mansion. Who cares? How does that affect my life? It gives you little burst of dopamine just to feel like you're a little bit above someone else. But at the end of the day, that is kind of it. It doesn't give you more fulfillment. It doesn't give you more joy. I mean, there are some people out there that are very egotistic, and that's probably what gives it to them. But at the end of the day, it's just more stress for you overall because you have more bills, more maintenance, more of everything to do, all this kind of shit to just keep the lifestyle that you have. Is that really required? Fucking no. So please understand that all the shit you see online, having all these fancy cars, is just more stress that you currently have. That is why the most successful people in the world that you see today, the vast majority of them, don't even show off anything. Nothing. One of my friends is like insanely rich. He just sold his business for $750 fucking million, and he drives a fucking Prius in like the most humble home. And he's like the most chill person in the world. And looking back at myself and like comparing ourselves, it's like, wow, I'm such a fucking moron. And I got sucked into this because of this whole social media thing. So if you really want to get ahead in life, accept the fact that you don't have to look rich. You don't have to show off everything. Just be happy with what you have and understand that everyone else out there that's trying to give you like this whole impression that they have an amazing, perfect life, they're fucking themselves up. They truly are. But besides that, besides just having time in your life, the other part to this is more applicable to anyone out there that is just starting out. Actually, this doesn't really matter, especially if you're just starting out in your 20s, 30s, 40s. One of the biggest things to your success really just boils down to your partner. So for myself, I had a really good partner and amazing. But I want to help you understand that if you pick a bad partner, even though you guys in the very beginning, regardless of whether or not it's a man or a woman, even though you guys agreed in the very beginning, money can really change a lot of things. So please, once you guys start making money, there might be little squabbles, might be little issues. And I've seen this with so many people that I've worked with in my past, that if you choose the wrong partner, And this is really hard to really dictate at the very beginning. If you choose the wrong person and you guys get into like quarrels about money, whew, it's gonna be really bad. So please, the best advice I can have to tell you right now is that if you do have someone in mind, really get to know them on a very deep level for at least 2 to 3 years. Okay, guy or girl, because by that time you'll have a better sense of who they are as a whole, especially if it's like the opposite sex. Because there are people out there between like guys, I'm not trying to be sexist here whatsoever, but I know between guys, they last much longer in business relationships and like in just regular romantic relationships in general. And this is like dictated through research as well, as compared to heterosex, like male and women, men and women partnerships or women and women partnerships. And you just got to understand and accept the fact that that's just how life is. So if you can spend some time to truly understand the type of person you're working with, you'll get so much further. Because if you're going to plan to do this with a partner, oh my God, it's going to take a lot of shit off your plate as long as you're willing to put in the effort as well. But at the same time, you have to foresee that there's going to be potential challenges as you progress. So without having a firm understanding of who they are, don't just pick any random person off the internet. Because I see some people on like forums being like, I need a business partner to help me build a business out of scratch. And you get so many people raising their hands like, I'll do this and do this. If you can't find one that's willing to go the distance with you, because there are a lot of people out there that will quit very, very fast and they'll blame everyone else, because let's face it, a lot of people out there will not take any accountability for themselves. And because of that, you'll be left in like a pile of turmoil and shit that you got to deal with. And if you have already gotten results and you're trying to separate the business between the two of you guys, it's going to be a mess. And I don't want to get into that because I haven't gone through that, but I'm just helping you understand that I've known clients and I know people that have gone through that, and it is like hell on earth. So please spend some time to pick the right partner. And lastly, success, whether or not you are broke or struggling or having a hard time making ends meet, comes down to focus. I myself, I'm not going to be amazing and tell you that I have like godlike focus, because I don't. I am human as well. I kind of got fucked over by social media. I to myself find myself or catch myself scrolling online and just wasting much time and looking at social media posts. Here to tell you right now that if you can't figure out ways to take yourself off of that, you'll be doomed. Because this whole dopamine hole that you put yourselves into, it's going to be really painful to get out of. So how I do this for myself right now, and this is just from my experience, to help myself get off and just remove this, slowly like chip away and cut back my addiction to social media, was to just put everything in grayscale. So if you have an iPhone, I'm telling you right now, the easiest thing you can do is just go into your settings, put all the color into grayscale, which what that is black, white, or gray. There's no color. And I tell you right now, everything just makes it so boring. The next time you pick up your phone, I can promise you, if you're human and you're not colorblind, it'll just make you hate your phone. And that's a good thing, because you don't want to keep on wasting all your time on your phone. So please do that. If you really want to get some success, the biggest energy time leak is going to be on that little box on your hands or in your pocket or whatever the hell. If you're watching me on your cell phone right now, it's fucking right in front of you. So get rid of it as quick as you can. And that is kind of like the best way you can do it. Put everything in grayscale. If you're watching me in grayscale right now, I can probably tell you that you probably would have not watched me like even a minute into my video. And that's perfectly cool. So that's just what it is. That's what I really want to help you guys understand. If you can't focus, if you don't have the time, you can't or if you're trying to do this alone, you have to understand that all those work together as a whole. But if you can't figure it out without actually looking into yourself and accepting the fact that it's going to take a bunch of time, a lot of effort, a lot of focus, and you'll probably never get any results. And even if you do accept the fact that it will take you time, don't fall into the belief that it's going to happen anytime soon. I just want to be realistic, and I'm not trying to dissuade some of you guys to getting results, but I just want to help you guys understand that in order for you guys to actually see and produce the life you truly want, is to accept the fact that it's not what social media or YouTube or Instagram portrays. And if you can get past that reality, you can get so much further and you'll make a lot more money. But if you can't get through that, if you can't get that through your head, you won't really get any far. Well, that's all I got for you today. If you got any comments from me, would love to hear from you. And I'll catch you in the next video.